All right, welcome to another episode on prime logic. Let's go for another puzzle, another problem for today. If you want to solve this problem, please pause the video because I'm going to solve this problem right now. So we have a simple but beautiful puzzle for today, a geometric one. So we have a right triangle. The hypotenuse is 5 and the area is also 5. What is the perimeter of this right triangle? So obviously there is a couple approaches, but let's go with the most intuitive and probably simplest, fastest approach. Let's write down whatever we have according to the information given. So area is 5. So let's just name the sides for the sake of simplicity. So area is 5, right? So A times B over 2 equals 5. In other words, A times B. So these two legs, A times B equals 10. So that's first relationship. Okay, so we have also the hypotenuse here. So let's write down, sorry guys. So let's write down the Pythagoras theorem. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared, right? So C, we have the C one here, which is 25. A squared plus B squared is 25. So this is all we know about this puzzle. But our mission, our job is to find out the perimeter, which is A plus B plus C, right? This is P. So it equals A plus B plus C, which is 5, right? But what is the value of A plus B? So one way is just to calculate everything. We have the value of A in terms of B or B in terms of A. Then we can substitute in this quadratic equation. So A squared plus B squared, for example, B is 10 over A squared equals 25. That's a longer approach. We can calculate A and B separately. So one more time. So we can calculate A and B separately. But what if there is a way to find out, to calculate, to find a value of A plus B, not separately, but as one thing, as one entity? Okay, for this approach, let's zoom and focus on this relationship. So let me just write it down here. A squared plus B squared equals 25, right? So that's from the Pythagoras. But it sounds a little familiar and interesting because this is like this famous identity of A plus B squared, right? So A plus B squared is A squared plus B squared plus 2AB. So maybe we can add a 2AB to the both sides and then we can turn it into this famous identity. So I'm adding a 2AB here, plus 2AB and 2AB. So nothing fancy here, just still holding an equation. The left-hand side becomes A plus B squared, right? The famous identity. A squared, B squared plus 2AB. The right-hand side becomes 25 plus 2AB. So AB is 10, 2AB is 20. So 25 plus 20, it's 45. In other words, A plus B equals, okay, we found it, right? This is the value of A plus B that we need to insert in this equation here. A plus B equals root 45, which is root 9 times 5. So in other words, A plus B equals, so taking 9 out of this radical, which is 3 root 5. Okay, so we found it, right? This is kind of the final one, just we need one more step to calculate it. But in this case, we didn't have to find the value of A and B separately. We just found the sum of those. So let's just substitute here, and that's the final answer. So A plus B, that's 3 root 5. So perimeter equals A plus B, which is 3 root 5, plus 5, which was the final, which was the hypotenuse. And that's the final answer, and there is no other way to simplify that further. But as I mentioned to you, this is not the final approach. I'm not giving you this approach. I want you to drop your thoughts and answers using the second approach, or maybe any other approach that you are good at or you found interesting, in the comments below. But as a hint, I would like to give you a squared plus b squared. So we can, from this equation, we can say, for example, b equals 10 over a, right? So a squared plus b squared. So b squared is 10 over a squared equals c squared, which is 25. So from this, you can just calculate it. So a squared equals 100 over it. A squared equals 25. Then you need to do something interesting. Maybe multiply that by an a squared term to simplify that. And that's a fourth degree equation. Then you need to just substitute by a value and by maybe another variable to just finally calculate a and b separately and put it inside this one. So make sure to drop your thoughts and answer in the comments below. That was an interesting puzzle. That's going to wrap it up for today. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and see you on our next video on prime logic.